So hello and welcome to the daily streams. I'm Macaroni and today my co-host will be Make It. You might know him from his YouTube channel where he does science videos, very educational. I personally like them a lot. And I'm really happy to have you on here.
Oh,
So,
thank you for having me, Macaroni. I appreciate that.
today we're gonna be discussing the topic of the falling birth rates and how they're gonna going to affect the socioeconomic and political status of the world.
I genuinely wanted to make a joke of what we're we talking about today. Oh, falling birth rates, but you just went with it. I didn't even have to do it.
Yep.
I mean, you know, everyone needs their own way to start the conversation, I suppose, and it is a topic.
It certainly is one.
It is a topic, in fact.
Certainly is.
Oh my goodness. Right. Today we'll be dealing with basic physics.
Basic physics?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty basic.
Basic?
It is. It is going to be pretty basic. Harmonic later. It is going to be pretty basic.
Seems like it.
But first, I need to figure out how to render LaTeX in Python. And apparently there's something called PyLaTeX. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds... If I wanted to do LaTeX in Python, then PyLaTeX sounds like something I would be interested in. Right. How are you doing? Are you installing Arch Linux again?
No.
Oh.
Today is not a very beautiful day to install Arch Linux. It's my birthday, actually.
Oh, well, good for you.
Yeah, it is.
The happy day.
I guess. "19 years of life." Jeez Louise. That's a lot.
It's quite something. Yeah. What's next? 20?
Jeez. Nah, man.
Like this, that'd be nice. Our requirements.
Hold on, I need to add a note to your profile.
To my profile?
Yeah, to your profile.
What node are you adding?
Globalist.
Globalist scum.
Cuck. Globalist cuck. Got it.
I'm a YouTuber, I don't know what you're expecting.
Yeah, you're a moderate, I know. That's why you're a globalist cuck.
Disgusting moderates.
I mean, technically you could describe me as a moderate.
That must be some pretty out there technicality.
No, not really. Depends on what you define as moderate. If you define moderate as radical, or
If you define moderate as radical.
if you go from the on the way you're out on the political compass from the center, or from the radical to moderate scale. Is that understandable? What it said?
Don't know exactly, because it's
Alright. There's the distance you are from the center of the political compass.
Yes.
And then there's the radical to moderate scale.
Yeah, but I thought they would be both the same thing, because the center of the political compass is the status quo.
No, because there's some pretty moderate ideas that are far away from the center.
Like, for example?
Ideas where you're not radicalized, where you're not taking over the government radically. Like, I don't know. I don't
Can't
have
think of
any
any.
specific examples. I'm not that deep into specific how are they called? Uh,
Can't think of any like ideas on
ideologies.
how to change the world without violently taking over the government.
No, can't think of any specific ideologies right now. Uh,
The entire time I thought that radical was just how far away you are from the center. Hi, the Panzer, how you doing?
not really. What ideology? Ideologies that are not radical but far away from the center. 07? What does 07 mean?
That's the salute, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what?
The saluting emoji.
Oh, saluting emoji. Hi there, Panzer, by the way. And hi, Remco.
Don't do this. Oh, but you want the create? No, we do want this. And we do also want this. There we go. So we're gonna...
Communism, nationalism, IDK monarchism. I mean, like, there's some monarchist ideologies that are non-radical. Or most of them are non-radical. Because they don't really require a forceful takeover.
I would really not do it this way.
Nationalism generally is only part of an ideology. Because it's not really an ideology of itself, because it doesn't, first of all, doesn't explain social policy, economic policy that well. Unless you're... No, because communism can be nationalistic, and capitalism can also be nationalistic, so...
Yeah, it's more about intent, isn't it?
Generally, yeah. And monarchism technically is more of a specific ideology, but that leaves... Well, monarchism is a political system, not really an ideology. But communism is very radical, I would say. Because it literally talks about the how are they called? The workers, but how are they called in
Proletariat?
the proletariat, exactly, rising up and taking over the bourgeois. So I would call that relatively radical.
Parallel system. How about you piss off? Not installing parallel on my system. You can't make me.
Basic physics implies the existence of acidic physics. I mean, then we're going to chemistry. Luxury automated gas-based communism. IDK of and off compass one. Classic off compass ideology, I do have to say.
I was making not bothered by that. I'm dead inside.
You've just, how's it called? heard me ramble on about something like that for way too long. Pretty
Imagine,
sure.
imagine like a burned out candle that you're trying to set on fire. It's not gonna catch.
I'm not trying to set it on fire. I don't care if it burns. I'm just here for the love of the game.
What? This website is killing me. When I'm on Windows, I use Strawberry Pale. What does that mean? I already have GCC. I am bothered by all of this so much.
You know what would solve this problem?
What?
Installing Arch Linux.
I mean, genuinely on Linux it would be easier because I imagine I could just do apt install or pacman install pair. It would genuinely be it.
Or yay.
Hope you've slept well, though I haven't.
Hi, Emmy.
Hi, Amy. How you doing? Don't worry, I have my whoops. There we go. Don't worry, I have my ways of making things burn, which may not break the 13 physical laws in the Geneva Convention. I'll make a high quality version of the Blu-ray, Emmy. Well, if you would like to, just let me know. I can replace the emote. Because I really like the Blue Emmy emote. It's very descriptive.
Alright, Theo's here. Hi, Theo.
I hope Strawberry Pale will be enough. Oh, then I also need to fix this on the server itself, and that means the website might go down as I'm fixing it. That's
Dear
fine,
God.
I'll manage. Worst comes to worst, I'm going to disable this option. There we go. Right. This is tea. Where's my tea? There's my tea. What's the difference between Marxism and communism, Macaroni?
The difference is Marxism is generally more libertarian. On the libertarian side with, how's it called? With everybody living in a commune and general social policy instead of hard, or soft policy instead of hard policy, where everybody just takes what they need and give what they have. And communism is where the government forces you to give everything you have, or give what you have, and gives you what the state says what you need. So yeah, different flavor, Theo. And also communism has many subcategories of communism. For example, Stalinism and Leninism, which often leftists can't get over which one is better, because even though they're like really similar, therefore there's a lot of leftist infighting over that, and generally not being able to decide on which is better. Welfare state is something else, though. A welfare state is more like, how do I describe? It still has corporations, and the government doesn't own those corporations, which is what would be in fascism. Fascism pretty much means the corporations are technically owned by the state, but are given to private individuals to run those corporations. And the welfare state would rather be if you are unable to work or such, I'm pretty sure then you will be taken care of like that. Better is always in the eye of the beholder in every situation. In every situation. Dependent here. Where did I say better again? Because I can't remember.
I didn't catch you saying, but I don't know.
I mean, it's something like that. I don't know what's. I don't really not that knowledgeable about welfare state.
I already have make text. What is it? Okay. Let's try maybe simpler. I have not heard of in fact. That's nice.
All right, where I said better, which is better in the concept stuff when leftists uh argue which one is better. I mean, generally you can pretty much, if how's it called? If if a political idea has been tested already in praxis and with a lot of data, you got a lot of data on it, so you can just pretty much say which one is better. What? You had Lenin's full works printed on blueberry flavored edible paper in a TTRPG session? What? Genius. Gotta get me one of those.
Listen, buddy, I don't think I exactly like the tone of voice. Eats your entire life's work. Maybe I should just use taking this on. I imagine with an Olympic, there should be a way to do it. Ugh.
A box that pops out food you imagine when opened into my character. Ah, that's good. That's a good one.
absolutely nothing. I'm sorry. What library is this? Senpai. Okay. Whoa, no, it's gonna mess me. No, absolutely not. No. This one, okay, that's fine. I'm going to copy this. Can't lose my mind. I'm getting mixed messages. Requirement already satisfied senpai, but then because Y has to be capital. No. Requirement already satisfied senpai, but then no module named senpai. I'm fine. it's okay. It's okay.
This is fine.
This is fine. This doesn't bother me at all.
So true, bestie.
I am unbothered. Okay. Hi there, Randy, by the way. I don't know if I already said hi, but didn't, just in case, then hi. Oh, I'm supposed to shoot preview and zone. That's not going to work. Yeah, exactly. Preview isn't defined. I feel like this answer is missing some significant context. Is senpai, or is it all lowercase senpai? Lowercase senpai. From senpai. Okay, maybe. Have I actually nailed it? Okay, I've nailed it. That's good.
Nailed to what?
Oh, right. Now it's just a matter of. It's nice that I just the image of all that matters flashed in front of my eyes.
All matter? Press X to doubt.
All that matters. But yeah. If I'm not mistaken, in one of the recent videos actually, there was a point at which I said something like, oh, but that doesn't matter. Or I said something with matter. And I did put in the image of all that matters at like 1% opacity when I said it. I just don't remember when I did it. So if anyone has been losing their mind, thinking they saw all matter in my video, then that could be the case. Okay, so we have the preview. Now what we need is we need to find the options for the preview to make sure that we're rendering everything properly. Most important for now would be size or resolution size. No parenthesis. Parenthesis, no. Scale. Preview. I have the preamble, that's fine, but no, font size could actually do the trick for our clients. Let's try font size of 3, just to see what it's going to be like. Okay. There's 10. Absolutely nothing. Good. That's good.
Absolute cinema.
Absolute cinema, yeah.
Absolute cinnamon.
Could I maybe...
Oh, I'm getting a call. See ya.
Good luck. Preamble. Progress. Progress. Believe it or not, that is progress. Okay, good. Because now we have a preamble, so all we need to do is we need to figure out the right preamble for this. The only question being if LaTeX can do what I want it to do actually. LaTeX preamble. Actually, LaTeX, because I'm certain you can do with packages, and I do believe you can't do it without packages. Change colors. But need text in the middle. Or do you just do color? If I set color after begin document, it breaks everything. Because I need to use the package X color, which I hope we have. Let's remove all of these. No, let's not. We need the special character next. Well, we don't. I don't think we do actually. But why not? Correct. What are we doing? I'm so glad you asked, Randy. I am implementing LaTeX rendering onto the website to make it easier for me to write everything. Basically, that will allow us to put LaTeX on the website to explain everything better and write it out better. Now, one more thing I would like is background color, which you can do with a color box, but no, I don't want it like that. We can do it using page color. That's good. Page color will work. Or it won't. Okay. do you not? Hold on. Page color. Oh, because okay, no, that could make sense. I did set it after I began the document. There we are. So that's correct. Brilliant. Now, quick question. Could I please set it to white temporarily? No. So it has to be predetermined colors. That is problematic. Broke my UI library again by trying to async widget updates. Life is great. Well, I mean, doing async stuff is never easy. Not even running in async yet, so it's like it's just a data form as much. Oof. I see. X color. Is there a way to have a more customized kind of color? Because if there is, that would be really nice. Fluid color, okay, but what I'm looking for is great, we say there's a finding to give this of colors. Yes. RGB, if I may. Could you actually give me an example? No, hold on. I don't need you to explain to me how you're calculating the RGB value. I need you to tell me how I can use the RGB value. No, just... Am I even in the right place? Hold on. Do 25. That's good. Okay. What are you building? Just a simple LaTeX renderer. Wait, so I need to just do RGB. Oh, the notation is killing me. This, I hope. I really, really hope. Let me try. Let's try doing this. Not great, not bad. Could be worse. No, wait, that is correct. Yes, that is correct. That's correct. Oh, that's good. Okay, that's good. That's correct. Yes. Now, please tell me it also works for page color. That'd be really nice. It does. Okay, that is brilliant, because then we can go to the CSS for the page. There's not going to be that. Where's going to be the CSS for the page actually? It's going to be in the static CSS and then style. And then somewhere right here. Actually, why am I checking it this way? There's a much easier way to check. Okay, I'm not looking for the article, I'm looking for the entire website, the body. Okay, that still doesn't answer me. Which one is the color? Root. Which one of you cheeky buggers sets the color of the website? Really? Come on. That's enough, but that's the article, but I don't want the article specifically, I want this body. Actually no, maybe I do want the article. I feel like I'm just in crazy town again, because the color has to be defined somewhere. It's not defined right here, that's for certain. Or could we set for the entire color scheme, light dark? Okay, one issue. HTML color scheme, light dark. Oh no, that's going to be defined in the CSS, is it not? If I recall correctly. Nope. I would really like to get the value of light dark, if I may. Value. It just hit me. This is color scheme light dark. Oh no, so that means you have options between. That's not what I'm looking for. I just realized. Oh, alright, fine. I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. Alright. Blender. That's the easiest color picker I can think of. I have. Yeah, because I can just go and it is a bit glitchy, so I worry that might not be perfect, but we have gotten something. Hey Macaroni, how's the phone call? Same value red as green and blue higher, but this will be 32. 32 plus 10, that's 40 to 42. It's gonna be 42, 42. Jeez. Is it 42? Because that's 32 plus 10. 42, 43. 47, I think.
Now,
Welcome back. How was your phone call?
pretty alright. Was a wishing me best of things for my birthday.
That makes sense.
Discord didn't really connect the previous times, just for context.
Yeah, I got that.
Alright.
Where's my code document? There it is. Okay. Oh, why is it like this? Proceed from one to another color. I just want to create a color. That's what I want. Oh, red 50 green. Oh, that's terrible. No. No. Okay, so I think that, if I am not mistaken, and I really hope I'm not, 40, 40, 47, this should be RGB. 42, oh, that is not gonna work, because, oh my goodness, it has to be divided. That actually could be the reason why it's so bright, which just means it has to be 42 divided by 256. So it should be 0.16 40 65. Why not? Let's keep it as a whole thing. See ya, Theo. Bye. Have a good one.
Bye.
And then 47 divided by the same value. And I hope this works. It doesn't. But that could be because of this bracket, which absolutely shouldn't be there. Nope. Oh, this does. Okay, test color of science. Oh, is it because this has to be beforehand, like so? Yes! Oh, we have it. Okay, that's good. Progress. Slow. I don't even know if it's going to work on the website, but for now, progress at least. Because then what we want is... we want a function in Python that... this is going to be fun. There we go. So this can generate later codes. Oh, but it isn't even good enough because... right, I fixed one problem. Only one.
Now there's 5 more.
Now there's a couple more to fix, yeah.
A couple.
Of
Couples.
Right, so we can remove this. Because that will not matter. Oh, it didn't change a thing. Can I just remove document plus article and have it work? I cannot. Brilliant. Can I remove this and the begin document? And have it work? I cannot. But this does work, okay. You know what would matter?
All matter.
Right.
Exactly.
So still. Can I genuinely just do like slash huge? I can. Oh, that's convenient. Yeah, I'm all for that then. Wait, why did it work with single slash? Oh, because age isn't there. That makes sense. That's good. But still, what I don't like is the fact that this extends for some reason this far. Which I just don't want. The question is, how can we stop it from extending?
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, but it isn't quite being so simple. It's not so simple now.
Exactly, that's what I said.
Oh, or is it because this was like 0? Did it work? No. I most certainly started with this being reasonable and then it just stopped being reasonable. Is there not a document size for just a single image of an equation? Not document type, sorry. Mainly used for debugging purposes, can't be, and it didn't even work. That's great.
Me when it didn't work.
The version has pi in it. Why? No pages outputs. That's great. this done. Can I just not do 0? Or is the unit not PT? And am I just lying to myself? Let's just change it from one program to another. Intline isn't even necessary there, so we could just do the raw. Oh wait, is this the reason? No, it couldn't be. Do I need to end document right here? Can I just do that? I can, but it doesn't do anything. That's good. Having fun. Quite the contrary. I haven't started work on the renderer. This is all just the setup. I didn't like LaTeX document class options. Yeah, I'm looking for options, not types. Guess book, don't care about the book. Don't care about the letter. Huh. Font size. So this is the font size, which doesn't matter on its own either, because we're already changing it another way. We can set the paper, doesn't matter. No, none of these options are something I want. Good. Good. Can I just do options as a placeholder? I can, but I don't want any, so it doesn't help.
But how will that affect the chart population?
I imagine extremely and violently.
Good, great.
Can I just do 10? No. Why is it written in bras and cats? I'm confused by modern technology.
Old man yells at cloud.
It really is an old man yelling at the cloud moment. Those whippersnapper nowadays need different document types, different document type for writing a letter with LaTeX. Can I have one row instead of one column? Oh, but even then it's not going to be helpful in case we want to... Oh, this is exhausting. This is so exhausting.
Interesting.
Well, maybe it's because of the size of the image. That would be dumb, but hey, who am I? Who am I to decide that? No, it isn't. That was desperate hope. No logic behind it. What are you trying to do? I'm trying to remove this entire empty section of the image, which for some reason appears. And I just don't understand why. Right now I'm going with the document class simply it's because the first option, but I just don't know why. It didn't
It's
used
the
to.
shrimp list.
It didn't used to be there, so I could just rewind the stream until it wasn't there and see what I changed. Well, we didn't have a preamble. Yeah, it's the preamble that screws it up. I would really like to not have a document. That's like so. What happens if this is only a problem because of the preamble, actually? Can I just begin? Not document, just begin. No? Good. Splendid. Must be a pretty thing. It's happening because of the preamble. So ideally, what I would like to do is, I would like to do is remove the preamble, like so, and then move all of the relevant things from the preamble into the code that we're trying to render. And since it is raw, it's important to go about it this way. Yeah. Can be only used in preamble. If I'm not mistaken, this use package xcolor would be the thing that can only be used in preamble. Undefined color sequence, yeah. So this can only be defined in the preamble. The only problem is that if we include the preamble, it breaks.
Bricked up.
Yeah. Use package before document class. So we first need to set the document class, which is what fucks us up in the first place. Alright. LaTeX document class documentation, please. I would like full documentation. This does look like full documentation. Yes. Yeah, do you not have... Oh, is that all the times it appears? Well, you've got to be joking. You've got to be joking me. The entire documentation for loading packages. No, that is a single sentence. No, it isn't. I refuse to believe that. The entire documentation is a single sentence for this. Oh, that upsets me. The problem I'm having is that I need to load the package xcolor, but in order to load the package xcolor, I need to set the document type in the first place. The issue there being that setting the document type explodes the size of the thing out of proportion. So we might as well actually take this away, bring this back. We can remove this package for now because we clearly don't care. So right here what we need is document class. Can I get the document class on its own without it? No, I need no. Right. Document. Is that the thing? No, I can do reports. Yeah, but that's terrible. All of this causes problems. Oh wait, no, that's not why. That's because I removed the only package. Why is 7x151 special? No idea. All these primes, actually when you divide the string number, I didn't even realize that 1057 wasn't the prime. Okay.
Dear God.
Tracker section list. Request one. No, I don't need it. What I need is I need to remove the unnecessary block of the image. I'm going to lose my mind. Set the document size to end at the last equation. Oh, can I not begin? Oh, wait. That would be obviously too nice. Will not I end the equation afterwards? Remco, are you a drawer, artist? Of a certain kind, I would say. What is this? That's... oh no wait, this document. Right. That's not really helpful. Show the picture from Killer Channel on stream. Yeah, there we go. This is the art in question. As I mentioned, Remco is an artist of a certain kind. In my personal opinion, at least. Let's try this package. I don't like the idea of introducing more packages to solve problems that exist simply because I've tried to introduce a package, but well, actually hold on, before I introduce a package, let me try this. Progress. Whether I set the number to be too low? No. It's the landscape. I am so confused. Why does only 12? Why does 12 make this smaller, but everything make this large? Everything else makes it larger. I mean, there was in the there were the sizes. That's not it. It did not switch those dimensions. I could set the height and width manually, but I don't want to because we would ideally like to run it for an arbitrary equation. So it should be, you know, like a, I don't know, some of some sorts. Then at the end we'd like to add a, this is alpha, beta, gamma. Exactly. The distance stays constant, which it shouldn't. And even more, if we remove the integral, then it shrinks, as it should. That's the problem. There appears to be a kind of varied length right here, and that varied length is what I want to remove, because I don't actually know the size of the equation that we'll have in the end. I've already spent an hour on this, that's good.
That's bad.
That's really bad.
Your work efficiency is really bad right now.
It is terrible.
You gotta get those bump those numbers up.
Yeah, I know, I might switch to it. I'll have to work in the video in a second if I don't fix this.
How about right this second and not in a second?
No, because there are still a couple of things I want to try before I'm completely out of options. It would be LaTeX actually render a single equation with this. Standalone. That feels too good to be true. It wasn't.
It wasn't true or too good?
It wasn't too good to be true. It didn't in fact work. Can I make this even better? No, I can't, but that's fine. I'll take it. This is already a win. Begin the equation. There. So the reason why this is such a neat bit of code is because right here, if I just do something like EQ is equal to, and then this, and then copy the insides, and I just do it as an F string with EQ on the inside like this. It doesn't seem like, but I just rendered the new image. So the really nice thing is in the fact that right here, for now we have a single preamble, but we can define it as render LaTeX image. It would take the equation and name of file, like so. Like so. That's good. I'm thinking right now what is the best way to go about, but I think this would be fine. Yes. So now it's time for another problem, because we can never have too many, which is Flask macro access a Python function or an external, to be more precise. Let me think. Would Checkup have implemented something of the kind? That's a good
What would
question.
Caper do in the situation?
I'm more
Statement.
asking what has Caper done, because then I don't need to actually look it up. I can just look for Caper's code. But I can't recall anything that would work the way I want it to work on the website yet. So let's just look into Flask macros. Oh, you know what? No, let's first implement it into the website. So in the utils, there we go. At the very end, we will have like this. Pip install, Simpai. Just pip install everything. Alright, what version are we dealing with? 1.14.0. Okay. 1.14.0. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So we have this, then we can go back to utils. We can go to the very bottom of the page. Like so. There will be more options in the future, but for now that's because this is the most basic one. Yes. And so the name of file should actually be... Why do they keep blowing stuff up outside my apartment?
Interesting.
No, it's not the time. Oh, how do you write to a specific place? I've already done this in the past, actually. I just don't remember how I did it. I did it with revisions. Which was in admin. Or just revision. No, revisions weren't. They were for checking, yes. Which means it was in admin. Revisions. There we go. So just this. Okay, that's good. Or actually, no. So just up, alright, up templates like such, that's good. Which means this would be... We start up, then it would go into... this went into templates, which means it went right in here. We want it to go into static, and then into image, into LaTeX, and then slash name of file. And here's how we're going to handle this. How many programming languages do you know? It depends where you draw the lines of like knowing. Because once you know how programming works in general, then it's pretty easy to pick up on programming languages. So if you're asking like true, honest, really good knowledge, I would say C and Python. But at the same time, I can code in C++, I can code in JavaScript, I can code in... Oh, what does even exist out there? I had a brief Java phase in the past, which I didn't like, which is why I don't like Java. Assembly, have been into that.
Assembly. I like that.
It wasn't bad because it was like it was the modern assembly, as in you know, for 64-bit CPUs, and that one's pretty pleasant. I'm trying to think of some wacky ones. Well, shading languages, I suppose.
Hmm. I think I'm gonna go now.
That's perfectly reasonable.
That is a very
Are you going to just...
globalist cock thing to say.
No,
But I do have to
someone
say,
on
make
the
it.
internet has insulted me. I won't... I think I'm done, Macaroni. I think.
Yes, you are done. But like, I do have to say one thing. You are my favorite globalist cock.
I appreciate that. Alright, see ya, good luck installing Arch Linux.
I'm not installing Arch Linux today.
Oh,
Today is not a very good day to install Arch Linux.
alright.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya.
Bye.
I'm going to have a drink. There we go. And then we'll keep going. Because we have our render-related image, but we're also going to have smart render-related image. And to be called from inside of Flask macros. So the way this will work... Are you also technocratist? If you're asking about ideologies, I'm not your unfortunate guy to ask. But I do find it funny that right as Macaroni left, you said that. Okay, so this isn't meant to be, yeah, right here. We're going to have an if, which checks if the image exists. If it does, that's simple. If it doesn't, actually I can do it easier. I can do it if image doesn't exist, then call this name file, like so. I guess actually it's. Jeez, what am I? We're just going to have it return actually regardless. We're going to have it return oh, that's actually tricky. How do you do URL for? I did this so recently, I should remember. Image LaTeX. So it's going to be image LaTeX and then the name of file .png. Right. Let's write history.png. Like this. And then right here we need to check if an image, if that exists or not. I can check if that file exists. Is it true that Reblax retired from S7, passed the torch to Ash? Well, I don't know if the passing the torch to Ash there was a thing. But I do know that Reblax Sedney isn't around much anymore. To be fair, he's doing his masters, if I'm not mistaken, so you know. Is Pathlet default? That would be nice. Harry's very active in time itself, I don't know. That could be the case. I'm not in the time itself, I wouldn't know. Okay, that's good. So the file doesn't exist, render the file, and then just return the image regardless, because if it does exist, that means we already have it. That's good. Actually, I suppose we don't actually need to return this. Actually, I've said that based on just what someone else said. How many has image? I have absolutely no idea, so. I'm having such a headache. Oh wait. Available to all. Oh, that's promising, yes. Automatic internal context temporary person in flask. Person run before the template is rendered and have the ability to check new values in template context. Can I do this? Or will this lead to like a circular dependency? Because it might. Have you watched PewDiePie's latest video? I have not. Yeah. Damn it. Damn it, broke. Okay. We're in Wit Studio for a day. I don't know what Wit Studio is either. It was like Attack on Titan. Oh, no, I know. Oh Jesus. Okay, hold on. Condition person is fast. Can boosters run before the template is rendered and have the ability to inject new values into the context. So the function that returns the dictionary. Where should the template context run? Yes. So you define like this with app context, and then you have the return in there. Which so far that would be exactly like my smart render latex image. Or do I need to do it somewhere else? Because what I could also do is I could do it in the init. No, nothing in the init. Or maybe I am an idiot and it should happen in the main. Because if I'm not mistaken, we do have the queue and checkpoint right here. So just insert later. And then in utils, we want to include this thing first. So from utils import. How have I not import anything from utils? No, okay, that's honestly took me by surprise. And then this goes also right in here. No module named utils. That's surprising. I will not lie. App.utils? It could be. Progress. That is progress. Hi there, Ping Pong Police. What am I doing? I'm working on the website. Requires to push arguments, equation and name of file. I haven't even used it yet. Damn it, I haven't even used it. Okay, it's fine. Oh, that's for... Wait. This is what I want. So do I want this? DP once again. Non-type is not iterable. That's very descriptive. So afterwards, after this, we want to return something. Utility percent, then the format price. Yeah, so right here. And then insert LaTeX is equal to insert LaTeX. Okay. Oh my goodness. Progress. Good. Now let's test if it works. Do you know about this YouTuber named Stupendium? Basically, they make these fun music videos. Oh, Stupendium. Like the one from the song about the Cyberpunk song, which is although you say it may be composite to maps that go straight from my head to your pocket, complain if you want, is to making deposits of data jailbroken as a profit society currently lists electronics, so isn't conducting resistance ironic with plenty of skeletons locked in our closet, but yours assembled from also hydraulics. That one. I am a little bit familiar, yes. Work to End Right is also a brilliant song of theirs. They were, if I'm not mistaken, my most listened to artist of 2023, I think. Or 2024. I cannot recall at this point. That's good. Now, to actually see if it works, we need to try to include a macro with the insert LaTeX. Now, insert LaTeX returns the thing. So what we need is so I got this incredible idea to make one in his style about you, and I even got lyrics done. The problem is I don't know how to make his style of visuals for the video. Ah, this is incredible. Don't try to go on the Stupendium's level, I would say, because what you have to realize is that Stupendium has been not only doing it for years, but they've also have a lot of just experience, and they have a lot of like pipelines set up. For example, his song that was a recent one, the Balatro one, Number Go Up. That song actually used some, I don't want to say exactly advanced, but it used some really elaborate camera setups in order to actually pull off. Okay. Derivatives. So let's try right here to really easily and simply put in the definition of a derivative. And even better actually, if we're getting euro 4, then we might as well at this point just do static slash image, right? A static image, yes. And I really hope that's what it will return. As this music generator with a voice similar to his, oh, don't share that. Don't, no. No. That is a Black Mirror episode waiting to happen. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do insert LaTeX. And it takes two things. First of all, it takes the equation, which we will put in as fraction d dx of f of x is equal to a limit of, as h approaches 0, fraction of f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. And then what I hope to do is, for now we should just get the path. We didn't get a path. Expected token this got string. In render template, okay. Making, I'm getting my German exam, so we started Lagrangian today. Finally, about time! About time for the Lagrangians to begin. Oh yes, right, because we need the name of file. The derivative definition. Yes, there we go. That didn't help. Okay. It breaks in render templates. None of this should break because this is a raw. So that should be correct. Insert LaTeX also does take an equation, then name of file. It didn't generate the file either. Okay, that's good. It doesn't execute, okay. That is a curious error, I would say. Let me look into it. So the problem is with the insert LaTeX. It could be that it doesn't recognize the insert LaTeX, but the issue is that you can't expect someone to be skilled at everything. I bet he didn't do it all himself either. The original ones he did. The newest ones I don't know, but he does do most of the work there. Here's an inner function. It's going to be quite a pickle though. this open already. There we go. Have you watched this movie called Sinners? I have not. Okay, but that's just notations, that should be fine. Hi the figure, how you doing? Should absolutely watch it, you loved Oppenheimer. Let me look it up. I don't understand why it wouldn't go through. Because it doesn't run the test either, which means it isn't executing the function. So the problem is, if I had to make a guess, if I was forced at gunpoint, then I would say that the problem is in the Flask trying to execute the function, it doesn't recognize the insert LaTeX. I was guessing that this right here, render template, would use the context processor of insert LaTeX. Templates. I can also use this, see if this does any better. I haven't realized all this while, I had no idea what you're even doing, and from my perspective, like using some alien language to come up whatever you are doing. Don't worry, it's simpler than it looks. As most things in life now. So we can do this, we can do this. The only difference being that this has to be BP if I'm not mistaken, unless it has to be up, but that wouldn't make much sense, I think. And then right, we can just define out its related, I suppose. Ha! Template filter. Okay, good. That's good. That's brilliant. Is it because the blueprint on its own doesn't support it? I'm confused. Heavily and painfully. Okay, the context processor at least compiled, which is progress, I would say. Can't you use some AI to code all this and spend your time on what you're actually best at, making videos? How should I put this to you, Jay? AIs are quite terrible at complicated tasks. You got to remove. Oh yeah, that's true. Good catch, Michael. Thank you. I mean, it's still not going to work. It's still not going to work, but yeah, it was a good catch. There we go. Let's remove this. Let's try again. Expected token got straight. I think I should just look into the error some more, because as far as I'm aware, it should just appear on the website. What's the problem here again? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, it was the unrecognized right. Oh wait, am I an idiot? I might be. No. Yeah, but we're not doing instructions. That's not a problem. This is tricky. I'm good. I'm at Grandma's place right now. It's a file of a few shears, otherwise I'll assume we go into my sheep lamb story. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, having to switch between all these different tasks can be draining for you. It's not the most productive thing. It is extremely draining. It is even exhausting, I would say. But hey, what can you do? Let me just try to do a page here to make, just in case it's something like a string being messed up. It shouldn't be a string being messed up, but never hurts to check. Yeah. Yeah, push back how it works. You can trade the feature actions when they're healthy. How should I put this to you, Jay? What do you think is my goal here? Why do you think, like in general, with making the videos, with making the work in the website, doing the explanations, what do you think is the ultimate goal? Build a community. I mean, that's instrumental, that happens on the way. But the ultimate goal is to do something valuable for people. That's the point of the charity. I want to do something that helps other people, which in this scenario are the explanations, it's the teaching, basically. Building a community is also part of it. Now, what this means is the things I do need to be useful. They need to be they need to have high enough of a quality. They need to have these sort of things, etc., etc., etc. The problem is that AIs are terrible at making things that are actually high in quality. AIs win with quantity, not quality. So I could use AI, but what's the point then? I could use AI, because then I could also use AI to make videos. That's also a thing. I could also do that. They would suck, they would be terrible, but I could do it. Trading in your effort for AI is a lazy route. It's the easy route. It's the easy direction to go in. Hi, Detefta. Having AI just do my work for me in this scenario would be the easy route, because that would, especially right here, given more than 90% of the value provides through your videos, doesn't make sense that you spend this much time and effort on the rest of the 10%. Why do you think 90% of the value is through my videos? It's because I haven't done anything else. The website exists. The website has a single page. No wonder it's only 10%. That's precisely what I'm trying to change. assistant on the actual creation. Yeah, exactly. Like the thing is, I obviously use AI tools, but that's simply because there are a lot of useful tools out there. For example, Photoshop. That's an AI tool, cutting things out in Photoshop. One of the oldest ones, one of the older ones, not the oldest, one of the older ones. I just don't like using AIs for creative tasks because the truth is, I have never really seen an AI perform a creative task well. Like, it does perform these tasks, and they do fit, they do like exist, they do manage the, they fit the requirements, but to me it's never performed well. AI should be kept for the things that require high quantity, not care. Because with care, that's dangerous. At least that's my opinion. You can do you, obviously. Being honest, an average viewer who's not good at science or curious, try to check my that when your videos were way easier to understand, very few experts use it. Yeah, I mean, the reason why my videos were way easier to understand is because those papers have been written by Ash and Remco, who have a pretty in-depth understanding of quantum mechanics. So this one, for example, was written by Ash, and obviously this one was way more difficult to understand because the whole topic of the paper is defining Taylor expansions for operators so that we can Taylor expand an operator. This is not a light topic. Even if I made a video on this topic, it wouldn't be more understandable, simply because this is just a difficult concept. I think the paper is actually really well written. I think a huge pitfall of a lot of science communication is that science communicators go for the low-hanging fruit, and they don't actually build up a proper understanding for people. They just go for the low-hanging fruit of just talking about fun facts or something. And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to go for this low-hanging fruit. So we're gonna do it this way. So you are doing all this work, knowing most of viewers won't even check it out and understand it. Yeah. Because I am aware that most of my viewers won't check it out or understand it right now. But in the future, they will. And that's why I'm doing it. There we go. It is the unfortunate reality of life that if you're starting something new, it's going to suck. That's how it always been. If you could see the first science videos I have made, you would be aware of just how much starting out sucks. Everything you make on the very beginning sucks. But you need to weather the storm, you need to survive that period. Because then eventually it will stop sucking, it will actually be pretty good. Besides, none of the website doesn't actually have that much boilerplate I need to write. And none of the tasks, it's not the amount of code I need to write, it's the type. By which I mean, it requires some pretty peculiar solutions. The really annoying thing with asking AI for help is that if you have some kind of specific problem, giving the AI the context for that problem really often takes longer than just finding the solution. At least that's what I have found in the past. Because when if you are looking for boilerplate code, that's fine. Because I mean, I already do it with like Geeks for Geeks. I don't think doing it with AI is any worse. You just, if you want to figure out how to connect, I don't know. But if you expect your future viewers to understand it, you are expecting to capture the very few expert scientists who use YouTube to be your main audience. No, quite the contrary. I'm trying to turn my audience into the experts. That's the goal. I mean, obviously I would like more experts in my audience, but that's simply because, well, I like experts. Because chatting with experts is always a delight. But I don't want them to be my main audience simply because to them, everything that I make is useless. They already know this stuff. Unless they're like going cross, as in, you know, someone who does chemistry watches me for quantum mechanics, stuff like that. That's going to be very hard. Yeah, it will. That's true. It will be very hard. Cross-discipline learning, exactly. Do you have a second job? I do not. No. I am in fact broke. Right. Do I need to import the macro? This defines a macro. Flask import macro from a Python file. That would be nice. How many members will be in your charity? Is the requirement to have multiple? What do you exactly mean by a member in the charity? Wait. Oh, yes. Yes, okay. Where would be a form used? Oh, okay, that's good. That's really good. Revisions other. Form. Where's the form? Form is passed. Can I pass it into a file? Oh, please let it be. Enough. Please let that be the case. That would be brilliant. Insert LaTeX is equal to insert LaTeX. And then we can remove this because that's honestly quite disgraceful. Yes. Please let it be. So you still don't recognize the insert LaTeX despite me specifically giving you the insert LaTeX. Remove the R from a string in HTML file. I would really rather not. Oh, is that why it is? Because this isn't meant to be... Oh, that's going to be quite annoying. Good catch. Really good catch. But that's going to be really annoying. Because then we need double these. Oh, that is going to be really annoying. And also let me check if it's actually... It did. Yep. Did it? It did. Except I forgot about the right arrow, I imagine. Ping pong Polius, my goodness, by the way. That's a brilliant catch. Thank you so much for that. I just genuinely didn't think of this. I thought that macros in Flask were just Python. I did not read that. That was actually really clever. I appreciate that. That was really clever. Okay, so this is our insert LaTeX, but we actually don't want the insert LaTeX quite yet. What we want is a macro with the insert LaTeX, which will look like this. Image. Source is equal to, and then this returns the URL like so. Oh, and then the bloody... this is all terrible. I think this is actually correct. I think this is actually fine. The only problem being that, well, I do believe this is fine. Oh yeah, no, because we're going to replace it. No, it's absolutely fine. Yeah, it's absolutely fine because we're going to replace it like so. The fact that I can't use raw strings is bothering me ever so slightly, but it happens. There we go. And then we're going to have LaTeX, and we're going to have file name. There we go. Let's get back to the derivatives. So we have no LaTeX right now. This folder is empty. We go to the derivative section, we add in this macro right here. Then we go to the website, we refresh, and we get the image, and the image is actually generated. Even better, if we refresh the website, it doesn't regenerate the image because it already exists. The only problem being that the color is clearly wrong. That being the only problem. But that's fine because we can fix that by just deleting that file, going to the utilities, and then changing the preamble by... goodness gracious me. Photoshop, I suppose that can work fine as a color picker, I think as well. I'm pretty certain Photoshop can extend outside of itself when it comes to color picking. Yes, it can. So this, what are you? You are in fact, yeah, I was incorrect. You are in fact this 1C 1B22, which means if I'm not mistaken, 28 divided by 256, 0.109. This, if I am not mistaken, then 27 divided by 256. I really hope my mathematics isn't off because it might be. And then 34 divided by 256, which is this. And if I am not mistaken, then this right here should in fact give us, if we refresh, that is impressive. That's good. Because even better, if we right now go back to the file and if we replace the D with X, for example, and then if we refresh, this is still a D because the image already exists. So that's proof that it's not actually regenerating an image every single time. So that is really, really, really good. Okay. If you can afford it, it'd be a good idea to add Ask an Expert section to your website, maybe exclusive to the channel so viewers can ask the question they are watching your videos. I actually am planning on doing that. At the very end, after the resource list, or before it, there is going to be like ask a question, and there's going to be a section about commonly asked questions, and then there will also be a form for you to ask questions yourself. So yes, that will exist. I just need to... I might actually also implement it today. I'm on a hot streak. This honestly turned out much better than I was expecting, to be honest, so if I'm on a hot streak, might as well. Now all we would like is... How did I center this one? I already forgot. How did I center you? Margin auto with 50%. Margin auto with 50%. Yeah, that's fine. could specify different ones for centered and not centered. Also, I don't need to restart, but this works. It is a bit crunchy, I will say. It's not as high of a quality as it could be. The website looks really nice so far. Thank you, Ping Pong Polius. Thank you. I appreciate it. I am pleased with it as well, because it's... Yeah, I mean, just been really careful. Some interactive simulations of the videos that explain topics. There will be interactive things, yes, but they will depend. I will be right back, so give me a second actually. I just need to do something real quick. This is more volunteer. No, I'm back. Don't worry. But this is really nice. The only problem now to solve is that it is pixelated, and I would rather it wasn't pixelated. Or actually, I think I would rather just scale it down when I think about it, because that is a bit too big for no reason. So, how do you scale things? Because this is normally how you would scale things. Oh wait, this is already centered. What am I talking about then? Yeah, then let's do 30. 30 seems fine. It is still pixelated, so it is bordering me. But at the same time, 50 is completely unnecessary. 30 should be fine. Okay. I am pleased with this. Git commit or message. Okay, splendid. So now we can, we have the macro. Where's the macro? There is the macro. It does have certain problems, which I could fix by, instead of giving it a name, I could give it a hash that's based on the code that it generated. That could be safer, but for now, yeah, there are ways I can improve it, but for now I don't think that's necessary. Okay, so the video is also a link, it just hit me. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. This right here is a link. That's not necessary anymore. Okay. I'm going to release 3 videos every week from now on. Goodness, no. Absolutely. Absolutely not. I don't have that kind of time. But I will try to upload them a lot more often, certainly. But first, before we go on, I would like to test out one more thing, which is I would actually like to update the website, see if it works. It's cool. Lists up static images LaTeX. Oh, does it not have a... Oh, that's good. That's even better. Because I can do make clear up static images LaTeX. Splendid. And then I can do systems will start to this. And then we can see if it breaks the entire website or not. Which it might. Oh, especially since I bloody didn't write. Especially since I didn't install the thing that actually renders LaTeX. Well, I suppose here goes nothing. Oh, damn it. That's good. Okay, Yep, I thought that could be the case. The reason why I thought that could be the case is because MK LaTeX? Not MK LaTeX. What was the name of it? Oh, damn it, I already forgotten the name. I have already forgotten the name. What does Senpai used to... What's the onion joke about? That's a long story, and also reminds me of that I need to do another thing for the website. Render LaTeX. I needed to... I could have sworn there was like... Do I even have LaTeX? Of any kind? Yeah. App install LaTeX. Install MikTeX. Is there a packaging that was different? Ah, well, that's a pickle. Unable to locate package MikTeX. Package managers being the black hole of a black box that sucks me in. No, is there no way to install Mac? No. This is a problem. Ventilation source. I mean, desperation. I have no hope for this because I don't think that's a solution. But fine, let's update and then try installing. Yep, there was no reason why this would have worked, so that makes sense. This is a problem. It's okay, let's debug this a bit more. What's the problem? I'm about to debug, so I'm about to find out, but I'm guessing it's the LaTeX not clicking and me not having the right packages. Let me see. LaTeX program is not installed. Yeah, that makes sense. I need to install LaTeX of sorts. The only problem is that I prefer MikTeX, but MikTeX just refuses. Okay, what can you... Then what is the name of the Linux tech package? Tech Life, alright. I'll take it. When you don't have what you like, then you like what you have. So you better work. Oh, that's not good! That's bad! Is it a Python package or a Linux app? Well... Wait, are you asking what is a Linux package or what is a Python package or Linux app? Because I think it's the Python has a problem with lack of LaTeX. I could just manually install MikTeX, but I don't want to. Just in case. Yeah, sure, go on. I'm desperate. Go on. I pay for the server the same amount regardless, so just give me. Text live games. Yeah, install the Portuguese language, fine. One of these dependencies has to fix it. In the meantime, LaTeX program is not installed. Further tree containing LaTeX. Oh, I might need to add. Wait, really? But I could run LaTeX. I specifically could, unless it could be that SymPy cannot find LaTeX. That would be silly. I do have SymPy in my requirements, right? Yeah. And we did just install them. Which means... Well, I suppose that's an easy check. I just need to wait for this to finish installing. Or I could just SSH from another terminal. Hey, at least we have the Japanese language now. And Czechoslovakian? Cheers. Dude, I feel old. Yeah. Kayfa, don't mind what's happening, right? It's fine. It's all good. Don't worry. Don't worry about what's happening. It's all fine. Look, the website is working. Look, it's working. It's a working website. Yeah, don't worry about it. Looks great. Yeah, exactly. It's a working website. It's fine. It's brilliant. It's all fine, handy dandy. No. It's all fine. It's all fine and good. The website is doing great. The website is absolutely fine. I hate the pearl, the stuff. Oh, it's strawberry pearl for what reason? Doesn't matter. Okay. This may take some time. I do not locate pearl. Pearl needs to be located. I'm painfully aware that this may take some time. Okay, but once again, hypothetically. What if hypothetically I don't have the time? Disgusting. Too rare how good of a job you're doing for the website. It's fine. Listen, we have as once again, you're the Herman to my Newton. You don't need to say it. I know. Don't worry. We are an absolute power duo. You don't state it, but that's because you don't have to state it, and that's the point. So don't worry. I'm only getting back into it slowly. There are a lot more things I need to implement. Yeah. I'm going to put my microwave in the background because I am a fair bit hungry. This was a lot of effort. This may take. How much time is this going to take? I'm not saying I'm on a schedule, but I will say this. So like. Right, I mean, I have a video I can be working on the background, I suppose. That's something. That's the partial, not the partial, the Herman goes later. There we go. Alright, bye Cape and bye, have a good one. Finally, jeez. Alright, let's start with Mickey 3. Let me see. Okay, 5 minutes. Yes, thanks. In 2 years, how do you think your average church checkup will look like? How do you envision it? Well, the normal ones, I imagine will be similar. I would like to have other people host them. I will not lie. Simply because it's exhausting to do it every day, non-stop. But other than that, I imagine the normal ones will be the same. The special ones will be special, so they will all look like the one I had with Remco. LaTeX program is not installed. Okay, so I would imagine that the problem we're having would be with source binary date. Well, you can find it, which makes me skeptical of your problems. Check the status. Hi, the buff. Hi, the one. So if there's high people that will be right now, and then do Checkup, and you the special ones. I don't even know if they'll be hiring. I just imagine like Remco doing some try checkups of his own. It's not a matter of like hiring people to make content for me. It's a matter of I would just really like the try checkups to be just like lectures that experts give. That's what I would like. I would really like them to become these kinds of experts. How you doing, Bob? How is your day going? For the content. Oh, that is an annoying one to clean up. They have surprisingly. Okay, hold on, let me calm down for a second. They have a surprising amount of sauce in them, do they not? Just incredible. Isn't Remco doing masters? Plan to do PhD or something? I thought he wanted to become a scientist and he will be too busy to do daily try checkups by then. Yeah, I mean, he's most certainly will be too busy to daily try checkups, but I would imagine he would just do like one every 2 weeks about something curious that he found. Once again, it's not me wanting to hire people to do child checkups, like create content. It's more that I genuinely really like the lectures that like passionate experts give about topics that they're interested in. Or Flame, for example, as well. We've had plenty of child checkup live streams with Flame where it's basically been Flame teaching and me just there as a reporter of sorts. And they were really nice. I like them a lot. LaTeX program is not installed. It very much is. This Flame do it for free. Yeah. Why do you think of everything like through a prism of money? Who is Flame and what and where was lectures about? Who is Flame? The fiery ginger. As it has been described. That's an awful. That's about as unhelpful of a description as I could give. Flame is the chemist. This right here. So you don't like the idea of paying people? Is it about principles? No, it's not I don't like paying people. I like paying people, in fact. My main problem I had with All Matter was that All Matter was doing all of their drawings for free, and I didn't like that. So I convinced them to create a Fiverr account just so I could pay them. I just don't like the implication that this would be some kind of a, 9 to 5 type of job. Yeah, child checkups are supposed to be fun and light, kind of scientific community gathering thing. Once you introduce money into anything, it all of a sudden becomes yucky. Because all of a sudden you start thinking of everything in terms of money. But yeah, this was Flame I'm basically giving a lecture on, I would say mostly spin in NMR. I wouldn't exactly say NMR on its own because it was very heavily tilted towards spin. Flames Avatar is among the last videos I've seen so far. Yeah, that's because it was drawn by All Matter. The All Matter. The All That Matters. So basically... and it was also paid for. The resources. There. Then there is also me, and there is also the Master of Physics himself. There we go. All quite powerful, because it is all that matters. For some reason, Senpai isn't recognizing LaTeX, despite very much recognizing LaTeX. Not going to lie, this one is a bit of a tricky one for me. How are you installing it differently on operating systems? It should always be pip install. I'm thinking about the requirements. No. How'd you come up with the first charity checkup? Well, I've been streaming for charity for quite a while. For different charities. And at some point I just did a stream. And I called it Charity Chess Checkup. Because, you know, it was Charity Chess Checkup, I was playing chess. And then the next day I did the same one. So I just called it Day 2. And the next day I did the same thing, so I just called it Day 3. And on Day 4 I was like, that's curious. I wonder how long I can keep doing this. And on Day 7 I was like, you know what, it has been a week, but a week is not that difficult. And on Day 28 I was like, well yeah, we have been streaming every day for a month, basically, but you know, a month isn't that crazy. And on Day 150 I was like, can you believe we've been streaming for half a year already? And that was over 2 years ago. Why would it work with latex PNG? I mean, I could do math to image, I just don't know if this would work. This is so terrible. I need to... Here's what we need to do. I imagine preamble can still be equal to preamble. DPI 10 for now, doesn't matter. LaTeX expression will be just the equation. Buffer. I'm gonna study for a physics exam next week. I need to log in. Bye guys. Bye, forget bye. Have a good one. Good luck. This is driving me mental. Oh yeah, right. Here's the only solution I've got. It's not the solution. But I should fix the website. It did. Jeez. I'm so done with this. How'd you come up with the mask? A long time ago, I needed a mask, and I made a mask. I sat down, I designed it, and I've made it. It was actually a really long time ago now I think about it. Because if I'm not mistaken, the mask was a mask. The mask was planned out like a solid chunk before I even started making... Oh, before even the special effects videos. Oh my goodness, that was a long time ago. You're making me sentimental. Why did you need it back then? Well, still, because I didn't want to show my face. Okay, I think that'll be it for now, because I'm exhausted. Even more than usual, and I still need to work on the videos. So, I'm going to go. I'm going to go work on the videos. I guess that's it actually. That's just what my day is going to look like. And for now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.